Welcome friends, video number 3 on a dynamic analysis. This video is very important from the examination point of view as well as the study point of view. Here we are formulating the finite element for the lumped mass matrix. Not only the lumped mass matrix, for the consistent mass matrix also we have considered into this video. So be focused, be patient, because here we are not going into the more detailing of the vibration analysis. You feel that just this is the topic on the vibration analysis and I need to speak on a vibration analysis. I'm not focusing on the vibrations a lot because I feel that you have already covered this area into your another subject of the vibration. That's why I'm not focusing on a vibration in more detailing. Instead of that one, I am focusing only on that how to resolve or how to solve the problems on a dynamic analysis by using a finite element analysis to score the maximum marks in the examination. Because I observed that just many of you are not interested to solve the problems on a dynamic analysis and hence you could not be scored a max mark, while this subject is very easy to solve it, because once you are understanding what is meant by the eigenvalue, what is meant by the eigenvector, and according to that how to solve the problems, then and only then you could be able to resolve or the solve any type of the problem in the examination. So I am trying to tell you the very simplest way just to how to solve the problems on this one. So before that one, we are going for the formulation of a finite element using a lumped mass matrix. So let us come on this one. This is the longitudinal undamped free vibration. So a longitudinal undamped free vibration. So this is the modal analysis, I could say. So finite element formulation using a lumped mass matrix. Finite element analysis using a lumped mass matrix. So let us take a simple bar. Let us take this one is the simple bar having a certain weight. Let us take this one is the node number 1, this node number 2. So this is the node 1, this is my node 1, and this is my node 2. So I hope there is no difficulty. And the distance between this one is the L, distance between this is the L, the density is rho, and the area is cross-sectional area is A. Hence what we understand from this one, now we are interested to formulate the finite element analysis for lumped mass matrix. We have knowing the governing differential equation. What is that governing differential equation? That is m into x double dot then plus k into x equal to 0. This is my governing differential equation. Now for the mass, now I am considering this is the lumped mass matrix. So lumped mass matrix, I need to write first of all my mass matrix. So my mass matrix I am writing like this one. The mass is mass. This total mass is not considering here. Instead of that one, considering here at the two nodes. So when it one is to be divided into 2 that is equal to m by 2. This one we have considered m by 2. But here we are writing this is the m1 and this is the m2. This is the m2, and that is equal to mass matrix. So mass matrix multiplied by x double dot means what? That is the d square x divided by dt square. So I am writing that one is the, if this one is to be vibrated in this way. So this distance, this displacement, let us take this displacement is un, that is u1, and the lower one that displacement is u2. So there are the two displacement. So what we could say that okay, this one is the mass matrix. So m multiplied by my mass matrix, okay, mass matrix multiplied by my displacement matrix plus my k matrix multiplied by my again displacement matrix is equal to f into m2. So we already knowing whenever the lumped mass matrix, that time my lumped mass matrix, that is m1 m2 is equal to, now here this is the m1 because here the load is at this node load at the second node. If here we have not considered the load, then this is not the m1. Here we need to write the 0. If there is no load at this point, then this point is to be 0. So we need to focus on this one. So whenever we are considering this one, that time we need to change the values of this 1 and this value of a 1. If there is no force, then it one is 0, and here the 1, here the 1. So later on we focus on that one. I am not confusing to here, just we are first of all formulating and then we focus. So mass matrix multiplied by acceleration matrix plus k matrix multiplied by my displacement matrix is equal to force matrix. So my mass matrix I have already studied in a unit number, my video number 2, that is rho AL divided by 2. Now this is the 2 because this one is the lumped mass matrix. One matrix of 1 0 0 1 multiplied by my acceleration element model acceleration vector for the bar element. So that parameter I am writing here, plus my stiffness matrix k into 1 0 1 0 1 1 matrix of this one multiplied by my u1 u2, that is the element nodal displacement vector, multiply is equal to my force matrix, my force nodal matrix, or I would say element nodal forces. So here I am not making a lot changes, just I am writing this my m into x double dash plus k into x into is equal to force, is equal to function of t, or function of or force, f of force, that I am writing here. So mass matrix, that is because of this lumped mass I am writing rho AL divided by 1 0 0 1, then my acceleration matrix, stiffness matrix, my displacement and the force matrix. Let us move next. What will happen? Now this one is the rho AX 1 0 0 1, this one, okay, k into 1 minus 1 u into, but the forces are 0. Why this is 0? Because this is the free vibration process. Free vibration means there is no force applied on this one. So if there is no force applied, that's why f1 and f2 becomes a 0, means the function of t is equal to 0. Hence I am moving on my generalized equation, that is the mass matrix multiplied by my acceleration matrix plus k matrix multiplied by my displacement matrix is equal to 0. If we consider the consistent mass matrix, then also the formula is same one. There is no change. Then m matrix multiplied by acceleration matrix plus stiffness matrix into un matrix. Then what is the change? Change is here. That is rho AL divided by 6, as well as change is here. Change into this one. This is not the 1 0 0 1. Instead of that 2 1 1 2. That values we need to use here, because that is the values for the consistent mass matrix, while there is no change at all in my matrix. So this is the matrix for the your lumped mass matrix, and this one is for the consistent mass matrix. Now this formulation of undamped free vibration by using, now we need to solve this one. Whatever the values come here, whatever this equation comes here, we need to solve it. For solving this one, we are using a eigenvalue method. So in a eigenvalue method, we are using that, as we know that my equation is m into u double dash plus k into u is equal to 0. So u double dash, it means that acceleration plus k into u that is k plus u, k into u is equal to 0. So my mass matrix multiplied by acceleration matrix plus my k matrix is equal to un matrix, that is the displacement matrix, that is equal to 0. So we know that by using a simple harmonic motion, if we are considering the simple harmonic motion, then my x double dot is equal to means acceleration is equal to minus omega square into x. that is the displacement, that is the displacement. So acceleration is equal to minus omega square into x. So that is my displacement matrix. My displacement matrix u double dot is equal to means this acceleration matrix is equal to minus omega square into un. Now here this one is replaced by this formula, that is minus w square omega square into un. Let us put this equation 2, putting equation 2 in equation 1. So what is that? This is my equation 1, that is general differential equation. Then this is my second one, because this one is considered the simple harmonic motion. By putting this 2 into 1, means this value I need to put here. So m multiplied by minus omega square into un. So that value I am considering here. Now see, putting 2 into 1, so omega square multiplied by m into un plus my k into un is equal to 0. Now by manipulating this one, so un and un in both terms, this is the constant, that's why I am keeping my un as outside, and the rest of the terms I keep into my bracket. So this one is the k, I am writing the k here. The remaining term, that is the k is here, so k I am writing here, minus this term, that is minus omega square multiplied by m is equal to 0, hence this is equal to, in bracket, k matrix minus lambda multiplied by mass matrix, bracket complete, into un is equal to 0, where lambda is equal to omega square, and that lambda omega square is the eigenvalue, so I can very easily find that eigenvalue, finding the eigenvalue, while that my un, that is the eigenvector. So this eigenvector is the global modal displacement vector, so eigenvector. So this is called as the eigenvector. So un is the eigenvector and lambda is the eigenvalue. So this can be, so what we get, that is the eigenvalue is equal to lambda, that is equal to omega square. So this is the measure of a natural frequency of a system. What it given, that lambda is showing me a natural frequency of the bar or a system, and this un gives me the nodal displacement, and that nodal displacement that gives the nodal displacement. Hence, to find out the value of the eigenvector, my k minus lambda m must be singular. That is it means that k minus lambda m is equal to 0. K minus lambda into m matrix is equal to 0. So that you can able to solve the any type of the problem on a vibration analysis by using a eigenvalue and the eigenvector method. I am repeating us very fast that what we did here. Okay, we reached to this level, there is no difficulty at all. Now here also there is no issue. The problem will begin with this one, that here what is the value of x square. Now x is the acceleration. By considering the simple harmonic motion, that is the SHM, simple harmonic motion, SHM, we knows very well this one is the x acceleration is equal to minus omega square into x, that is the natural frequency multiplied by displacement. So my un, that is the my force, my acceleration vector is equal to minus omega square into un. I am putting this value into here and trying to get the solution. So putting this one minus omega square into m into un, now there is no double dot, so this term and these terms are the same one. So this one is keeping outside, this value is putting here. Now omega square, this is the minus omega square, is replaced with a lambda. Now this lambda is eigenvalue, and this eigenvalue is telling me the frequency, natural frequency. So this lambda is very important for me. Lambda is equal to minus omega square. So omega square is my natural frequency. Omega square is my natural frequency, while un is telling me a eigenvector, and this one is given me what? That is the displacement. That is the displacement. So whenever any object is struck by anything, so if whatever the displacement I need to calculate, then my eigenvector telling me what is the displacement, and the acceleration or the natural frequency is denoted by lambda. So this is the eigenvalue and this is the eigenvector. Now the issue is how to find out the eigenvalue and the eigenvector. For that one we need to solve the problem. Once we are solving the problem, then we are understanding how to find out the lambda, how to find out the omega 1, as well as the number of modes and everything we are clear very well. So in the next video we will clear that things. Thank you for watching.